if I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I fall asleep when I'm home. Just so far from here, focused on my own way, with a never looking back.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Y'all having a good time? Hanging out? Glad you're joining me. You know, we're really about to do another table talk about a gun, right? And that's some good stuff, huh? You know what I'm saying? Some good gun talk. You know what I'm saying? So, what are we talking about today? Well, we're gonna be talking about one of these. Oh. What's that you say? Well, according to the anti-gun crowd, it's one of those generic, scary black rifles that everyone talks so much about. But we know better, don't we? So, yeah, of course, this is an AR-15, all right? What makes this one special? Yeah, this is mine. I do own this one. But what makes it special? Well, this is my match weapon. This is the one that I take to shooting competitions. It's the one that I pretty much use whenever, you know, I just feel the inkling to get some trigger time in. I use this one. Out of all my rifles, this one is the one that gets shot the most because it's very light, you know, but we'll go over all that good stuff. But yeah, this is my match weapon. If you notice, just by visualization of it, you can pretty much tell it's been pretty much pieced together. You know, this is what most in the AR-15 world would call a Frankenstein. It's a bunch of different parts from a bunch of different manufacturers brought together in one platform, pretty much how whoever builds it likes it, and, you know, take care of it and whatever, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get into this one. We're going to go from the back to the front. Ain't that right? Yeah. Get your minds out the gutter, savages. So what do we got going on here? Well, right here, this is a Magpul CTR MOE fixed carbine stock. It looks like the regular Magpul CTR adjustable carbine stock, like identical, except this one doesn't have any adjustments. Once you put this on, it's where it's at and it's where it's gonna stay. Now, a little bit of advice for you guys, real quick. Had to grab something out of there just to show you guys something. This carbine stock, it's a fixed stock. You notice I replaced the butt pad for the stock. This gives me a little bit more length of pull. Allows me to, you know, a little bit of cushion on the shoulder, mitigate the felt recoil a little bit. This was the original butt stock that came with it, or the butt pad that came with the stock. You see the big difference. This is the big look at that. Look at that. That's like an In-N-Out 4x4 burger compared to a ham sandwich. See what I'm saying? Big difference. Big difference. And I'm glad I did go to that big difference as well, because it's very comfortable to shoot with the rubberized butt pad. Now, unlike the normal CTR Magpul stock, this CTR butt plate will not fit on this. All right, so don't get caught up buying the CTR butt plate or butt pad trying to look. First of all, you can see a big difference there. See a difference in the shape. All right, the holes, they don't line up properly. You know what I mean? Plus, let's get serious here. I think Magpul knew what they were doing, because this bad boy don't even compare to this one. So what butt what butt pad did I get for that? Well, it's still a Magpul butt pad, but it's the Magpul butt pad that fits their PRS precision rifle stock. All right, so I like that one better because the PRS accessories are a little more robust and comfortable to shoot with, because I mean they're built for freaking precision sniper rifles, so to speak. All right, so just to recap real quick, the Magpul CTR fixed carbine stock does not mate up well with the Magpul CTR adjustable carbine butt pad. All right, don't waste your money buying this if you have the Magpul fixed stock. Just throwing that out there. All right, moving right along. Right there, this is a POF ambidextrous charging handle. All right, now you see that there? Yeah, it's been used up a little bit. You know, I got it because of the cross, and it matches well with the lower, but it's been used up a little bit. It's a ambidextrous charging handle, so you can charge it from the right, or you can charge it from the left. It doesn't matter. You know, it'll still actuate and get the job done. I may not be that guy that you want to ask about stuff like this, because one, I don't really care about spending the money on charging handles and everything like that and stuff. I think the normal standard charging handle works well with whatever you're doing. But in the event that you do, you know, want to get a charging handle, don't half-ass it. Go all out. Get the ambidextrous. Get the one that you can roll with. Now, a benefit of having an extended latch charging handle is when you're in the thick of it and the stress is getting to you. With the smaller charging handles, if you're not you know, cool as a cucumber, with the smaller charging handles, you may go to grab and you'll miss it, you know, because it's so small. But with this one, you know, it's pretty much there the whole time. You can grab it, whatever, do your thing, okay? But that's, you know, it really helps out in stressful situations. Some people aren't as cool as Billy D. Williams drinking Colt 45, flying the Millennium Falcon. You know, some of us just can't be that cool. So, you know, we need a little help. Extended latch ambidextrous charging handles do help. All right, just gonna throw that out there. Okay, so if anybody wants to like combat at that, now the benefits and the cons of it, you know, those are all relative to who the person is or whatever. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with ambidextrous charging handles or extended latch charging handles. I don't see anything wrong with them, but at the same time, I'm that guy who just doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? If I'm hungry, I could really care less if we're going to Wendy's or McDonald's, just as long as I get something in my belly. That's it. The charging handle, that works. That's basically all I want. Now, I bought this one because it matches up with this lower, which is the actual Spikes Tactical Crusader lower. Okay? Spikes Tactical, man, they do a lot of lowers like this, and they're like themed lowers. I actually like their themed lowers. But if you buy enough of them, you start hurting your pockets. You know, whereas you can get a lower receiver, a strip lower receiver for like $50 from, you know, a reputable company. These ones are like, you know, 80 to $100, and they also have a few of them that are in the 300 range. So, you know, do what you do. You know, do what you can afford. All right. You see, this is the Crusader lower. All right. It has a Crusader shield with the cross Crusader right there. I did the color fill on it. So if it's a little messed up, blame me. Don't blame Spikes. All right. Plus, over here, they have it written in Latin: peace, war, and God wills it. And then on the flip side of it, it's written in English. All right. Spikes really does some cool stuff like this. And I'm glad that they're, you know, keeping the firing game interesting, because, you know, without them, there's a lot of things that people just get ho-hum boring with. But, you know, big ups to Spikes Tactical for it. You know, this is my my second Spikes lower that I have. The first one you already saw on Captain Jack, the pirate lower. So, yeah. Now, along with pirates, I'm just a big history buff. I love history. I love the fact that I can take some of the most interesting parts of history and blend them in with my fandom for guns. And Spikes has been providing that. All right. I'm not freaking brown nose and spikes tactical or anything. I'm just giving props what props are due. All right. The lower parts kit, standard lower parts kit. All right. Like I told you before, I don't need all those 2, 3, 4 pound trigger groups or anything. I can manipulate a trigger just fine. And I mean, I'm not going to waste the money on them. All right. I've been manipulating triggers, firing, you know, simulated rapid fire, whatever, for most of my adult life. I think I'm good with whatever trigger I get. All right. As long as it goes bang when I pull it, I'll be okay. All right. Now, the thing about this spikes lower, I didn't cover it before. It already has an enhanced trigger well built into the lower. All right. So you don't have to go out and buy one. It's already enhanced, built into the lower, and it's pretty sweet. I like that, you know. So if you're firing with your mittens on, you don't have to worry about your finger getting caught up, you know, because of the lack of space. A Magpul MOE grip. It's not the rubberized one. I think the rubberized one, I might just be weird, but the rubberized Magpul grips gives me grip fatigue. So I usually just stick with the hard polymer ones, like so. All right, it has, you know, it has an enhanced angle, so that way, you know, you're not adjusting your wrist, you know, all cerebral palsy style or whatever you want to call it. But it has an enhanced angle on the pistol grip, and it also comes with a little beaver tail to help you help you get up high right there whenever you need to shoot. All right. Standard selector switch, nothing special about it. The upper receiver is made by Anderson Arms. This is one of those companies I was telling you about. This upper receiver was about, I think I got it for like 30 bucks, 30 or 40 bucks from one of the local gun shops out here. You know, they had like 1 or 2 of them in there just to see if they would sell. They said they weren't selling because, you know, you have a lot of brand name fanboys that like to buy stuff like that, you know. Sort of like how in a truck game when you got the mall ninjas and they put every brand name part on their truck, but the truck is no longer functional because they don't want to get it dirty. You know what I'm talking about. All right, yeah, so it's an Anderson manufacturing upper receiver, complete with the dust cover and forward assist. I really care less about it, but you know, the forward assist I could care less about. I've never used one before in my life. Dust cover, a little bit more because, you know, this one is actually outside doing stuff. All right. If your gun is going to be outside doing all kinds of stuff, you know, be it operations, be it competitions and stuff, get yourself a dust cover because it'll save you a lot of heartache down the road. All right. If your gun is going to be a safe queen and it's going to, you know, just hang out in the house or in a bag or whatever like that, as long as your bag isn't one of those cheap Chinese put lint on everything that it touches kind of bags, you really don't need a dust cover. All right. Just throwing that out there for you. So do what you got to do with it. The sights, the Magpul Gen 2 polymer backup sights. You know, I could go with pros, but you know, I think I need a raise or I need to win the lottery before I get the pro sights, because those are 200 bucks for a set. I got this set for 50 bucks. So not even gonna trip on that. All right. Field Sport red dot with the elevated riser on there. Telling you, man, y'all, look, this Field Sport sight, I bought one for my truck gun. I bought a second one because the first one performed flawlessly for $25. All right. Now, what I told you, I would like to get that Sig Romeo 5. But I don't have the Sig Romeo 5 money right now. So I just go with this one. It performed flawlessly. It still performs. And this is my competition gun. So, you know, I'm looking forward to do the job that I'm expecting it to do. And it does do that job. It doesn't have that super crisp red dot picture on there or anything like that. But I mean, you're in a competition. It's not like I'm taking sniper shots. All right. Most of the time I'm within iron sight distance of a target. So, you know, I just use this to help me, you know, get on target a little bit faster, which is what red dots are supposed to do. Help you get on target. You put the dot on whatever you want to shoot, pull the trigger, and whatever you're pulling the trigger while you're looking at should drop or bleed profusely and scream in a different language or something like that. I don't know what you do for a living. I mean, you know, handle your business. But yeah, so don't go spending all kinds of money on a red dot sight that you're not even going to use for, you know. Now, if you're, you know, specialized law enforcement, some kind of one of those 3-letter departments, you know, special operator, military, whatever, go right ahead, spend the money on the red dot that you know you're going to use and that you're going to need. But if you're just, you know, Bob from accounting who wears khakis, chances are you don't need a SIG Romeo 5. So don't waste the money on it. Now, if you want to get one, I'm not telling you not to buy it, but if you want to get one, you know, for novelty reasons or whatever, go ahead, buy that. Don't, you know, just do your thing. All right. This handrail is a Trinity Force handrail. Now, the reason why I ended up going with Trinity Force instead of going with like Midwest Industries like I wanted to do was because Trinity Force made a 17.5-inch handrail. All right. This is 17.5 inches. I really want the 17.5 inches to cover up the barrel and give me a little bit more hand space to, you know, get out there and get on it. I'll explain that why. But yeah, they're the only ones that made a 17.5-inch handrail, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? I was like, shoot, sold. It's light. You know, it's not like all hardcore heavy. You know, it's really light. It does the job that I wanted to do, and it's actually performing very well. It's holding up very well. It doesn't fail or falter or anything like that. Now, connected to this handrail is the Magpul hand stop set. Now, the thing about these Magpul hand stop sets is they usually come in pieces. All right. I will go ahead and warn you that these are built for Magpul M-LOK attachments. These aren't built for normal Picatinny attachments, you know, or at least in my experience, they only worked with Magpul. I had to actually get my Picatinny attachment right there. I had to get it shaved down a little bit in order to get this to fit on it. So it fits, it does its job, it works. It allows me, whenever I'm out there shooting, it allows me to get that good grip so that way I can bring it in. And, you know, another thing that people always ask, hence is the reason why I got this long handrail. Another thing people always ask is, why am I reaching way out to grab damn near the end of the barrel, you know, when I'm shooting? Easy. This is my competition rifle, all right? So I have to be quick when it comes to getting on target. The reason why I reach out and grab at the end of the barrel is, one, it reduces barrel swing, all right? If you know, try this at home. Grab your barrel or grab your rifle, you know, normal distance right there, all right? And then go ahead and start swinging. What happens is when you swing, you have to do that little reset. You know, it'll do a little minor reset. You overshoot a little bit, and then you have to come back to get on target. With this right here, wherever you go is where, you know, wherever your hand stops is wherever it's gonna stop. And because your hand and arm have all these kinds of spectacular things called muscles in them, you can pretty much control exactly where you are pointing this and where it's gonna go. All right. I usually call it the pin effect. When you're writing your name with a pen, do you grab the pen? You know, you're gonna grab the pen at the end. You're gonna try to creep up as much as possible in order for you to control how you're writing your name. All right. You don't write your name with a pen all the way back here. You know, it just does, unless you're like one of those old Victorian dudes, you know, that come out with the whole horrible name. But in most cases, you write, you know, creeped up on the pen like so. All right. Same thing with the rifle. All right. Just think of it as writing your name. You're not going to write your name with precision from back here. All right. When you need the precision, you know, you're going to write your name from up here. All right. So speaking of up here, what's that? Well, because my hand is all the way up here, what I did was I got a KAK micro flash can. All right. Now it's pretty dope because look, it only creeps out ever so slightly. This flash can is 1.25 inches long. All right. the barrel stops right here. All right, and then the flash can starts there. Okay. Now it's a flash forwarder. It pushes all the gas and noise and everything forward. That's what it's supposed to do. Now a lot of people are saying, man, but in a gun competition, you want to be able to mitigate recoil. Well, you're right. Hence is why I control all the way up here. I can mitigate the recoil with just my arm, no problem. It's only a 5.56. All right. It's not like I'm shooting a 308 trying to mitigate recoil with my hand. All right. That would be stupid. All right. So, I mitigate recoil by tightening up on my muscles a little bit and, just keep a nice shoulder pocket, keep a nice cheek position, and handle business like that. All right. Pretty much easy way to mitigate the recoil. All right. Now, what is this KAK attached to? It's not floating in the middle of the barrel, is it? Or is it? Oh, let's check. Is it? Yeah, it's floating in the middle of the barrel. All right. So there's no barrel. There's no barrel in there. I'm just playing. All right. There's a barrel in there. All right. The KAK is attached to a barrel. I don't shoot with magic and mumbo jumbo. All right. This is a 223 Wild H-bar contoured profile barrel. I went with the H-bar contour profile because it's a little heavier. All right. It's heavier. It's a little more robust. It has more of a shelf life when you're putting rounds through it. Now, because it's my competition rifle, everybody was asking how come I didn't go with the lightweight pencil barrel. Well, easy. I didn't go with a lightweight pencil barrel because everybody knows more weight equals more recoil control. Have you ever seen a 90-pound woman shoot that Desert Eagle? The video's all over YouTube. All right. She shot the Desert Eagle, no weight behind it, and it smacked her in the face. All right. There's 250-pound dudes that shoot Desert Eagles with one hand, no problem. All right. More weight equals more recoil control. Hence is why a lot of sniper rifles are a lot heavier than your normal average everyday combat rifles. So that's just something that, you got to come to grips with. You got to come to terms with it. All right. That's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Also, heavyweight contoured 223 Wild. Everybody listen, you can shoot 5.56 through a 223 Wild barrel. You cannot shoot 5.56 through a 223 barrel. The tolerance is different. The throat dwell is different. The whole bunch of stuff is different. Hence is why the 223 Wild was made. All right. So you can shoot tolerances. You can shoot 5.56 through a 223 Wild. Now, because it's a standard 223 chambered barrel, the tolerance is going to be a little tight, thus making it a little bit more accurate than a normal 5.56 barrel. By the way, PSA made this barrel. All right. So just let you know, how many names is that? Field Sport, Magpul, POF, Anderson, Trinity Force, Spikes. Yeah, see all those different manufacturers on it, Frankenstein style. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that's the beautiful thing about the AR-15 game is a bunch of different manufacturers make a bunch of different parts that you could use in order to get the job done. And build whatever you want to build. But don't get stuck on a brand name. If somebody makes the same exact thing, but the brand name that you want is charging like $200-300 more for the same part, go with the part that you want. All right. Oh, just give you guys a little heads up. So why did I go with the fixed stock here? Well, it's my competition barrel, or this is my competition rifle. I don't want a whole bunch of movement. A whole bunch of moving things. Now, I could have went with a collapsible stock. I could have went with the lightweight skeleton stock, but again, I need that weight to help with the recoil. On my battle rifle, I went with the Trinity Force Alpha. All right, check it out. You hear that? It's loose, but it's on my battle rifle. I could care less if it's loose. It still does the job. All right. When this bad boy, when the battle rifle comes out, chances are a loose buttstock is going to be the least of my concerns. All right. Now on this one, it's not loose. All right. That's why I went with the fixed stock. In this instance, I went with the fixed stock. All right. Now I could go with the skeleton stock and add some tungsten to it, but that's just like an extra, $200 that I don't need. Okay. Now I do have an inkling to get a heavyweight buffer in there, and I am going to do that. So that's coming along, but I have to get really good before I start trying to finagle for parts. All right, so this is the battle. No, not the battle rifle. Ooh, look at me. I'm thinking about the wars. All right, this isn't the battle rifle. This is my match rifle. All right, what am I going to name my match rifle? I'm going to name my match rifle after the most famous crusader to ever walk the planet, William the Marshal. So everybody, meet William the Marshal. William the Marshal, meet everybody. I don't want no trouble out of y'all. There's snacks in the back. Also, PMAG. Funny thing about this, I didn't mention it in the last video, but this PMAG actually came with the Ruger AR-556. So, yeah, you get a freaking PMAG with the Ruger AR-556 along with the rear sight. Yeah, I'm talking Ruger up. So what? Go out there and get a Ruger AR-556. Best bang for the buck. Sorry if I had been a little, like, if I'd be talking and then I'd stop for a short while. I've been drinking Busch Ice during this whole video. I would like to thank my main man, Nate McCoy, for turning me on the Busch Ice. He, yeah, awesome welder. You want to talk about laying down some dimes. You need anything welded, and if you're in the general Florida area, you go see Nate McCoy. Nate McCoy will hook you up. He'll hook you up even more if you show up with a case of Busch Ice. I tell you, that man don't play. He don't play. He also has a very, very awesome car. It's a Nissan. That'll blow your socks off. Probably won't win any awards in the looks department. But if somebody's worried about the look of your car, chances are they ain't worried about you. So, this is the AR-15 match rifle, chambered in 5.56, can shoot .223 with a .223 Wild barrel. .223 Wild has nothing to do with bullets. It has everything to do with the barrel. So if anybody tells you that their rifle is chambered in .223 Wild, slap them. Because there is no such thing as .223 Wild chambers, barrel or bullet wise. All right. So yeah, this is the rifle. It's very light, you know. I could like swing it like a baseball bat. It's very light. Let's check the guts out real quick. Got a couple minutes. Let's check these guts out. Yeah, and you see, like I said, standard. Nothing special about that lower parts kit. Bolt carrier. Yeah, MPI tested. You know what I'm saying? I got this one from a PSA as well when I ordered the barrel. So yeah, some good stuff right there. So once again, I want to give a mad shout out to Guns Plus 2 for holding these parts for me while I was gone, and when I came back, they were there when I needed them. Big shout out to 21st Tactical for providing me the space to actually put this together before I had my own tools. Yeah, 21st Tactical, Guns Plus 2. If you guys are in North Carolina, check those places out. They'll hook you up. Good people. Good people. All right. Well, I guess that's about it. Yeah, that is about it. Anyway, I will catch all you cool cats on the flip side. Peace.